Hey everyone, today here Anis Alomar from the Business of Archviz, and I have a very special guest, Theo from HEDRA Visual. He has been an incredible member in the mastermind Business of Archviz lately before 2 weeks. And today he would like to speak on the podcast about his journey running HEDRA Visuals. And he would like to speak about how he manages the team, how he gets the client, communication with the client, and what makes HEDRA Visuals unique, and whatever he has in mind to share with the community. Hey Theo, welcome. Would you please introduce yourself, introduce HEDRA Visuals? Thank you.
Hi, Anis. Thank you for the introduction. Guys, I'm Theo. I'm the founder and owner of HEDRA Visuals, and we love doing uh, images and work for architects and developers. And yeah, that's it. That's it from me.
Amazing. Short introduction. Perfect. So, when did you start HEDRA?
Well, HEDRA started officially on 2016.
Mhm.
When I started have a lot of work and many clients, and I was feeling confident to start my own company, my own studio. So I decided on 2016 to create HEDRA Visual Studio.
Perfect. Perfect. So, when you said 2016, I started officially, it means
Yeah,
there has been a little bit of a start for a couple of years.
yeah,
And when do
definitely.
you see the actual start as maybe on a smaller scale than before
Yeah,
you start officially as a Hydra?
before I start the official company, I was working on my own, on my home as a freelancer from my living room and my parents' home earlier.
Mhm.
I was trying to develop my name and create clients and um, also make my work better and images better. So on 2016, I was confident enough to officially launch the studio of HEDRA Visual.
Perfect. When you started in 2016, were you alone or how many members were you with you?
Yeah, on 2000 when I started, I was completely alone, me and three computers I had up until that time. I have never worked on another studio. I mean, I started directly as a freelancer with the hard way, and with all those things, the ups and downs you have to learn in the process of being a freelancer
Mhm.
without any other experience before. Um, yeah, I was alone. I was alone in 2016. Thankfully, we're developing the studio. Uh, we are upgrading. We are becoming bigger and bigger, and yeah, we are doing good.
So, I would like to go back in memory to the moment when you started on your own with three computers. You were alone, and what was when was the first moment you hired one extra artist in the studio?
Well, the first moment was I think on 2018 or maybe on late 2017. I had too much work. I didn't have any time to sleep in order to manage to deliver everything. So my wife told me, okay, that's it, that's enough. You need help. You need help. So I decided to hire. Actually, I hired two persons at once. The first time I
Okay.
hired two artists, and yeah, we were a small studio back then, and yeah, it was tough times but good times.
Great, great. So I'm asking this question because usually when someone is working on their own, there is a moment where they need help, but they see that they can still do it themselves. And people get another employee or another member in the team based on some triggers. in your case, the trigger was that your wife told you you are working too much.
Yeah,
There
and the
should be
lack of
some
sleep.
time. Lack
Yeah.
of sleep. So lack of sleep was the trigger for you to find another two guys to work for you. Perfect, perfect.
Yeah, I mean, it is very common in our in Archviz society to work long hours, to work late night, and yeah, sometimes without any sleep, we just coffee, no food, and we just work, and that's it.
That's
Yeah,
that's the point. I was looking to say if you are watching this and you are lacking sleep, so you need to hire someone else. But I know from myself, like lacking sleep like became the normal in
yeah,
Archviz.
yeah, exactly.
If you find an Archviz artist who is sleeping really just normal, like 6 to 8 hours, you say, "Are you really an Archviz artist?" So,
Yeah, exactly, exactly. It's exactly the same. And when I was studying architecture, it was the same. I mean, for the architects,
yeah,
it's actually the same. We work late nights, long hours, without sleep, and we just do it. We love what we do.
yeah, 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 that's true. I mean, this industry is very special. If someone
Yeah.
does not really love doing the 3D, the
Hmm.
scenes, and architecture as well, they wouldn't really survive for a long time.
Exactly. Exactly.
Um, so that, I mean, late 2017, you got the first two employees, and today,
Yeah.
after 6 years, if you would define, I would say three things you wouldn't compromise on in your studio, what
Yeah.
would it be?
Well, with the experience we have all these years, the main thing we wouldn't compromise is the quality of our work and the satisfaction of our client. If a client is not happy with what we deliver, we work on it until he's happy.
Great.
Okay, this is really really important for us, and that is the reason our clients are coming back always. Most of them are friends now, and uh, most of our clients are referrals from other clients.
Mhm.
So the word of mouth is our main marketing structure. The second thing we wouldn't compromise is the happiness and I mean the good atmosphere for the team in the studio. Okay,
Mhm. Yeah.
it's really important for us, our artists and everyone who works here in our studio is happy with his life, with what he's doing. We trying to help them as much as we can. If someone comes from another city or another country, we try to help him find home or anything. Yeah,
Mhm.
and we are trying to push them, to push our team to develop their knowledge and their abilities and their 3D training. I mean, we send them always for new training, new courses, and
Mhm.
yeah, it is really important for us.
So
The
you would say quality, client satisfaction, and uh, team satisfaction, I would say.
team satisfaction. Yeah, exactly,
Perfect.
exactly.
So we have now 3 points. I would like to speak about those 3 points. Um, let's start with the client.
Hmm.
Um, First of all, before all of that, I forgot one question.
Yeah,
Where is Hydra located?
Hedra is located in Greece, in a small city. It's called Ioannina. It's the north
Mhm.
of Greece, and we also have a second office in Athens. But in Athens, we have a smaller team. In Ioannina, we have a bigger team. So we are located in Greece. Everybody knows Greece is famous for the beaches
Oh,
and
perfect.
and yeah, and the
Amazing.
summertime. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, all tourism advertisements that pops in my feeds is like Greece. I don't know, maybe because we are talking together, or maybe it's
Maybe.
just
Yeah.
like there is a new campaign for a tourist agent.
Yeah.
And what type of client do you work with?
Well, the we mainly work with property developers. Okay,
Mhm.
we tried in the past to work with architects in the early stages of designing, but no, this is this is not for us. Okay, we can help anyone with who has finished the project. I mean, finished the drawings and everything. And yeah, mainly we work at the late stages of the project. Mainly we do images and 3D animation for marketing purposes for the developers, not for architects who want to present their work in a developer or in a competition or everything. Our main
Perfect.
clients are property developers.
Yeah, that's a very defined niche, I would say. I mean, you can rarely find an ArchViz artist who's saying, I don't work in the early stage or in design development stage.
Yeah.
But
Mhm.
that's good. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So, and they are located in Greece, the clients?
No, actually 10 or 15% of our clients are located in Greece.
Okay.
Most of our clients are located in Cyprus.
Mm-hmm.
It's a big market for development for property developers there, and also we have clients in South Africa, some in Australia. Yeah, but in Greece are the smallest amount.
Perfect, perfect. To continue the topic about the client, you said that your clients are mostly, they come through referrals, like word of mouth.
Mm-hmm.
And there is a question I always ask just to see how people observe their business. So, when would you say the next 2 3 months are going to be bad? I mean, do you have some signs? Do you see some signs like you see, oh, this has happened this month? It means the next 2 3 months are going to be bad. Do you have those signs?
Well, through those years of experience, we had good months, bad months, really bad months, or really good months. Okay.
Mhm.
Generally, nobody knows how the next month will be. Okay.
Yeah.
But when you work with property developers, it's something more safe, let's say,
Okay.
because the demand of people buying home never stops. Okay.
Mhm.
So maybe it will slow down in Cyprus, but it will be upper in Greece or in other countries.
Yeah.
So yeah, there are some things we are considering. I mean, when we don't have a lot of demand, where our capacity is low. I mean, we are not fully booked and everything. Yeah, we think maybe the next 2 months will be a bit tough.
Mm.
But
Yeah.
yeah, we are always trying to overcome it.
Great. Great. So to summarize, it means generally speaking, working with developers is more stable than working with designers. And when you don't have the next 2 3 months booked, or like you don't make some quotations for the next 2 3 months for projects, it means there is something, maybe it's declining or
Yeah,
something.
exactly.
Mhm. Okay, I see.
Exactly.
You mentioned about that's what I have in mind regarding clients.
Hmm.
I would like to move to two topics, two topics, the quality and the team.
Hmm.
I will leave the team until the end because this is a very big topic for me. I would love to know
Okay.
more about how you manage your team.
Hmm.
The quality. Do you have some standards where you go through always when you deliver, like
Yeah,
some
definitely.
sort of quality assurance, some quality checklist?
Hmm.
Done, not done. So the artist knows what they need to do, what he need or she needs to do.
Yeah. Um, when I decided to hire some people the first time in the office in order to help, the first thing I was thinking is, how am I going to train them,
Mhm.
to train them as fast as possible in order to be able to help. I
Mhm.
mean, you might hire someone that is not fully educated in ArchViz, or he's not
Mhm.
a very good artist. So when you hire someone, you start paying him as fast. The faster he learns, the faster he will help. So I tried to develop myself a construction with all the stages someone has to do in order to have a project from start to finish.
Perfect.
Okay, so he takes the drawings, he cleans them, he puts them into Studio Max, and all the process, all the steps. And so when someone comes in the office, he starts with that. So the only thing he has to know is to know how to use 3D Studio Max, a basic knowledge. And no, not to be an expert. I think nobody is an expert in 3D Studio Max, but someone has to have a basic knowledge on the software. If an artist take all the structure and step by step do all the steps, the quality is going to be perfect. It's going to be
Okay.
what we need. Okay. He will use some HDRIs we decide, the lighting and the materials we have in our libraries. The quality will be there no matter what.
Great, great. So you have, I would say, you have structured your process in an easy to follow way, and you already have your own library. It means they don't need to think. I mean, I remember when I was doing Archviz, just finding the right material, the right size, or the
Yeah,
right thing, the right city model, that was another story. So you can say that your process and your library or your assets are the ones that enables you to always have really good quality each time an artist is going to do a job.
exactly. Exactly.
Perfect, perfect. Regarding meeting deadlines, this is between quality clients and team, I would say.
Yeah.
Meeting deadlines. How do you manage to meet the deadline? Do you have some sort of project management
Yeah.
tools or something?
We are trying to use the best project managing tools there are in the market. Actually, we are paying a lot of money on that for the project managing and the tracking of the process. Other than that, the structure we have developed and the process we have developed always helps us to have everything delivered on time. Apart from
Okay.
that, it is really important for us the quality. There might be sometimes that the quality is not there and the deadline is coming. We call the client, we'll tell him, you know what, we need 2 or 3 days for the images to be magical. Can we do it? Can we have it? And most of them, they like it. I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
they prefer it this way. I mean, it's not that they are in the dark waiting for the images and the images. There's no images and
Yeah.
everything. But yeah, the quality is very, very, very important. So meeting the deadline is it's also very important, but we try to keep the quality high.
Perfect. So you have some sort of transparency or keeping the client up to date with the process. Where is the project now? Is there any bottleneck? Or we've done this within a very like quick timeline. However, the quality is not yet to our standards.
Exactly.
That's very good.
Yeah,
So do you
we
have
always keep the client updated.
perfect? Do you have some sort of a minimum delivery time for any type of visuals?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it happens in the past that there were people asking for images in 1 or 2 days or the next day, and
Yeah.
yeah,
Or yesterday?
um, yeah, or yesterday, most of them. To be honest, when I was younger and before I start HEDRA, and I was working in my home, I did it. I tried to do it sometimes. This was happening mainly with the architects, as the architects are very busy, and as persons, they leave everything for the last minute. So they had a meeting tomorrow, and they asking, "Hey Theo, can you do it until tomorrow?" I said, "Guys, okay, I do it." Again, without sleep, without food, only coffee, and yeah. And when I started HEDRA, I had to place to play some standards, okay, and we couldn't do it anymore. I mean, I couldn't tell the team, guys, we have a project, we have to start now and finish it until tomorrow. We will stay here all night. No, it's a no for me. So we have a minimum delivery date to 2 weeks. I mean,
Mhm.
if someone wants to work with us, we
Yeah.
start on Monday, we finish 2 weeks later, and that's it. This is the minimum, okay? And depends on the project, depends on the size, on the complexity, and the deliverables and everything.
Having this clarity about the minimum amount of days you need to deliver a final visual on like meeting your standards, that's perfect. I think many of the viewers, they don't have such a thing. They will do
Yeah,
it. I mean, I understand sometimes they don't have work. They will do it in a couple of days.
yeah, definitely. It's normal. It's normal. If someone feels unsafe for the next month or anything, he might do it.
Yeah, yeah.
Actually, we did it sometime in the past again, but yeah, it's not common. We cannot do
Yeah.
it all the time.
You know, a very interesting thought. You said that all architects, they leave everything until the last moment. I thought about the reason behind that a lot.
Hmm.
I have a lot of answers, but I was a little bit of shocked and surprised. In the beginning, I thought that that was the trend in Syria, on my homeland.
No, it's a
And
trend
then
in
I
the
moved to
worldwide.
Lebanon and I thought everyone like this.
Yeah.
And then I moved, I mean, I was in China as well. I mean, we were like 8 teams from 8 countries, and everyone was like until the last minute. And in Germany, you don't always see it, okay, but this is also a trend when I see it online with many architects, I would say. So I think this topic was having a complete podcast with a group of people discussing why architects are always late.
I think there is no answer on that. There's no answer.
You know what? I got an answer. Okay, I have
Yeah,
answered myself why I was late as when I was an architect.
yeah.
The process is always creating something that is not seen, not yet there.
Hmm.
And you are creating something new out of a reference. You have seen it on the internet. You are not sure if this is right or wrong. And at the end, you are forced over the deadline to say, yes, that's what I want.
Yeah.
So you don't want to have you don't have this final say before 10 days that
Hmm.
this is the final one. You always need to iterate, develop, make it
Yeah.
better, this corner and this corner, this color and this material until
Yeah.
the
I
deadline
see. I see
comes.
your point. Yeah, I see your point. But everything must have a start and a finish. So if you leave an architect without deadline, he might never finish.
Yeah,
He will always
absolutely.
develop and develop and develop. Like Gaudí in Barcelona. He was in Sagrada
Oh yeah.
Familia. He was waking up one day and he was on the on the structure,
Uh-huh.
telling them, you know what, we will do it differently. No plans, new plans. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
life of architects.
That's true. That's true. Um, Now let's talk about the team. We talked about the quality, about the clients, about the team. First of all, how do you find a new team member?
Well, here in Greece, it's a bit difficult to
Mhm.
find, especially in our city, because there is no university or schools that they
Mhm.
learn you ArcViz or even 3D in general. There are, but there are very little. So
Mhm.
we are trying to through social media to promote the position with some posts saying that we are hiring some artists and everything. But again, it's very difficult
Mhm.
in Greece.
You know what? I hear the same thing also from different studios,
Hmm.
and I find it a little bit um, like for me, it is a little bit confusing. You see a lot of artists online, but
Hmm.
when it comes to hiring in your city, you will. I mean, it will be very hard to find someone.
Yeah.
So And your main channels to get a new artist is social media or maybe word of mouth or
Yeah,
finding someone.
exactly.
Cool, cool. One of the things you said that you make sure that the team is satisfied.
Hmm.
What does it mean to have a satisfied team? I mean, how do you know that your team is satisfied?
Well, there are two kind of business owners.
Mhm.
There are the leaders and the bosses. Okay, I try myself. I prefer to be a leader. Being a leader means that you show the way to the others. You show the way
Mhm.
how not only how to create images, but how to live their life, how to manage and maybe be freelancers later or create their
Okay.
own studio. Okay, um, or even self-develop. I mean, become better persons or do better things or yeah. I'm always close to them, talking to them, trying to keep them happy. I mean, if I see someone is tired one day, I tell him, hey, it's okay, you can rest or go rest for 2 hours, 3 hours, come back later, work later, or we have also PlayStation here in
Oh,
in our
perfect.
studio. Go play, do something, entertain yourself. I mean,
Do you have a
um,
corner for me?
yeah, you're welcome whenever you want. Yeah, I'm trying for them to be happy first as persons and be happy with what they are doing for with the work they are producing and yeah, trying to lead them to show them the way how to do it.
Great, great. So being a leader, not a boss, is one
Yeah.
of the ways of how to lead them toward being happy, and you are close to them. It means you are always up to date if there is something wrong happening.
Yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
can see it. I can see it. I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
I'm close to them every day. I might be, I might not be at the office all the hours that they are because I have to take care of the kids and the family and everything. Um, but I can understand when someone is not good, has
Yeah.
some problem or anything. Yeah, and I always try to help.
Perfect. And I think this will affect also the harmony between the members because, like, if someone is does not
Mm-hmm.
really fit the structure,
Mm-hmm.
it
Mm-hmm.
will be a huge problem.
Yeah.
Cool, cool. I mean, managing a team was a topic for the mastermind. I think we didn't speak about it, but
Yeah.
now we are
We
talking
didn't
about it.
have enough time.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you know what? I cannot imagine the mastermind. I was planning to have only 8 hours a day. The first 2 days we stayed until 12, one day
Yeah.
until 1.
Yeah, yeah,
Like, we didn't finish. We didn't finish what we
yeah, yeah.
had already in mind. I mean, I had in mind that every one of you is going to speak about the business, but like, yeah,
But it
I'm
was
trying.
amazing. It was really intense, really overwhelmed, but it was amazing. I mean, the knowledge we had after the mastermind, and you feel that you are not alone. Okay, you are not.
Yeah, yeah,
There are other people there doing the same, trying for the same. Yeah, it was great. It was
that's
great.
true. I mean, the conversations between us that were not planned, that was
Mm-hmm.
really great. And what are your plans now for the future? I mean, you have Hedra now for 8 years, I think.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So 80s, I would say, let's say when it comes that Hedra is now there for 10 years. It means you have
Yeah.
still have 2 years. Do you have a milestone in mind that when this comes, this should have this should be there, or do you have some sort of vision for Hedra?
Well, to be honest, I don't have a milestone. I mean, I have a vision. I have a vision, but I'm not trying to split it in milestones.
Mm.
That in 10 years we have to do this. In
Yeah,
10
yeah.
years we have to do this. Okay. My vision for Hedra is to grow as much as we can in
Mhm.
Greece by growing, I mean to do bigger projects for bigger markets, to have more members here, to have a small community here in the office with people that are happy and they exchange opinions and exchange knowledge and do creative things. Okay, I think this is the vision of everyone that has a creative studio. Okay, do creative things, has a good team, and yeah. But this is my vision. This is my vision. It's a bit romantic, but okay.
No, I mean, it's completely valid. I mean, more or less, you said you would like to do stuff with love. I mean, it's not
Yeah,
like about
exactly.
being having a deadline. Oh, this milestone. Oh, I'm not there yet. So you will be like anxious. Oh, no way. So you
Yeah, yeah.
push everything, sales or different stuff. I do like this way, to be honest.
Hmm.
And that's how I'm running also my business. I mean, nowadays. But sometimes, to be honest, I feel like, is it right or is it wrong to run it in this
Oh,
way?
yeah.
Um, these doubts I always have in mind, but I know from myself. I mean, I have tried both ways, having a
Mhm.
milestone and not having a milestone. With a milestone, you are always pushed. You see, you are always pushed. It is a good thing for the business, but a bad thing for the health. Maybe
Yeah,
I could have
exactly.
done it earlier when I didn't have kids, but for now, with kids, you can't forget.
Yeah, yeah. I totally agree with you. I totally agree. Yeah, we need to do the things we love to do, but not with too much stress. I mean, of course,
Yeah.
it is stressful. Of course, we have deadlines. Of course, we understand our clients and everything. In on the other hand, you must be happy. You must be
Yeah.
calm, happy, yeah, and do things with love.
That's true. That's true. Perfect. When you said I have a step by step workflow,
Hmm.
the process, the things that artists will follow from start to end. Would you walk me through how you managed to do that? I mean, how you managed, how long did it take you to to have a full process documented, I would say?
Actually, in order to write it down, it took me 2 nights without sleep. Without sleep. Yeah, but uh, in order to be able to write those things down, you need experience. You
Yeah.
need all the ups and downs you might have through a project. I mean, in my early years, I was starting modeling the modeling process with lines. Okay, then I saw that this doesn't help a lot on the texturing state, so I went back and changed it, tried different things. So in order to be able and have this type of structure, you need experience. You
Mhm.
need you need to go the wrong way and learn from that. Actually, it has happened that we have lost deadlines because we started the modeling process with the wrong way, and
Mhm.
we had to redo everything from the beginning in order for the result uh, to
Mhm.
be great. Yeah, but to write it down, it took me just 2 nights to to write
So
the
two
process.
nights were the summary of maybe 10 years.
Yeah, definitely the summary of 10 years.
Yeah, yeah.
Exactly.
One thing I forgot to ask you. When we talk about the HEDRA visuals, what are the products? What are the services you offer to your clients?
Okay. As I told you, we are working with property developers. So we are getting involved in the late stages of the project and mainly for marketing purposes. So the services we offer is everything or anything regarding marketing. I mean, this might be images, this might be visualization, 3D animation,
Mhm.
360 tours, or it might be graphic design or logo design for the building or design of brochures, whatever a property developer might need in order to sell his property or his vision.
Cool. Yeah. You see, like how easy it is to list all the services when you start with the focused target audience.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. If we had other clients, I mean other architects or anything, we couldn't do it. We
Yeah, I
might do
see.
it in the future, but in my mind, I have to have a separate team that works only for architects, not for developers,
Yeah, I see.
and do what architects need. Maybe in the future, but not for now. Not for now.
Yeah, so that's a very good tip, by the way. I mean, like if you have different audiences or
Hmm.
different target clients, you need to assign specific group of employees for that client because
Yeah, exactly.
the process is
Because
different.
now my team is trained to produce images or videos for the people that will buy the property, not for the
Mhm.
developers, but
Yeah.
for the buyers. Okay,
Yeah.
so the buyers wants to see I I don't know, they want to see warm interiors or exteriors with a lot of plants and movement and everything.
Mhm.
So my team is trained for that. To work for
Perfect.
architects or for competitions, I think you need different team.
Yeah. I mean, that's a very good, insightful tip, I would say.
Yeah.
And I know you talked about this previously, but like if someone is doing some sort of like work in ArcViz on their own, either as a side job or as a main job, but they are still alone.
Mm-hmm.
And they dream of growing, having
Mm-hmm.
more people. This transition between on your own and having more people, what is the tip you can give those people in order for them to grow?
The main tip is to write down all the steps someone has to do in order to deliver an image. Because
Mhm.
when you decide not to be alone and have employees, you have to standardize the process. Because the employee is a different person. It's not you. He cannot do things like you. He's doing things as he thinks he should do them. So in order to guide them and in order to have the results you want faster possible, you have to write down the steps and to standardize the process. And this is I mean for me this was the most important part.
Mhm.
And another tip I have to say is to be prepared not to do too much ArcViz. I mean, if you start having employees, you are more businessman than an ArcViz artist. Okay,
Mhm.
maybe you will be a great creative director to guide the artist how to do the images, what do you want with comments and everything.
Mhm.
But they have to be ready not to work on a project or to create images
Mhm.
specific.
Perfect. Those are really two golden tips.
Hmm.
Um, Thank you really for this insightful time. And do you have any last word you would like to say for the viewers?
Well, what I would like to say is that I hear a lot. I hear a lot that ArcViz is dying, or with all this AI software that is coming. Well, I need to say that ArcViz is not dying. ArcViz,
Mhm.
it will always be there, no matter the tools you will use. Someone might be great with using ChatGPT or Midjourney or I don't know what, but ArcViz is a relationship with the audience. I mean, the audience might be the client or I don't know,
Yeah.
the architect, the property developer, or the buyer. So ArcViz will always be there. You have to create something uh, to help someone buy a property, see his vision in live or in images or everything. So don't be afraid. Just do it. And but you need help to do it now. It's not as easy as it was some years ago. because studios are becoming bigger, more freelancers. Yeah, we are a small community, but we are growing, I think.
That's true. That's true. I mean, it's funny that we didn't touch on AI. I completely forgot about it. But to be honest, I don't really see it as a concern. I remember, like, I have a client who was hugely concerned about AI. It's going to replace us. And every now and then, he's going to send me a new application about this is application doing renderings, all of that.
Mhm.
But I mean, there is someone that is going to 3D visualize a specific building with specific standards
Mhm.
that
Exactly.
couldn't be just an imaginary situation because someone is paying 500,000 or 1
Mhm.
million or maybe 10 millions for a building. It should look exactly how it will be built, not
Exactly.
exactly it's not about the nicest image, it's about how it's going to be built.
Mhm.
So, yeah, but thanks for the reminder.
You're welcome.
Amazing. Amazing. Theo, it was a great time. I know you for a while, but like this is the first time we speak about all of those things in one
Mhm.
hour. Amazing. If anyone is going to get in touch with you or work in at HEDRA Visuals, where could they find out more about you?
Definitely on our social media, on social media channels. The Instagram, our Instagram, I think we mainly use, but on LinkedIn, on Facebook, or on our website, which will be launched. The new one will be launched soon.
Mhm.
They can find us.
Perfect, perfect. So I will put all the links in the description. Um, Again, thank you very much, Theo, and goodbye, everyone.
Thank you, guys. Bye bye.